Your soul has great plans for you. Would you like to know what they are? Well, if you do, all you need to do is stop, look, and listen. Stop, look, and listen. Stop whatever you're doing. Look inside and outside and listen. Listen with your heart. Listen with your intuition. Listen with your inner ears. The universe is always trying to guide us. Our soul is always trying to lead us to happiness. It tries to guide us through intuition, and if we don't hear that clearly, then it uses outer signs. So the soul is always trying to guide us, internally and externally. So I'd like to share some of what I have learned from my native and shamanic teachers about listening to the external signs, paying attention to the outside signs of the universe, of how your soul is trying to guide you, help you to achieve your dreams and to be truly happy. You know, reading signs is as old as humanity. In fact, the Babylonians, the Egyptians, the Greeks, and even in the time of Shakespeare's time, people were still reading the external signs and talking about them. In Shakespeare, he talks about omens and signs in practically every page of his plays. And you know, even in modern street language, movies and TVs, people say, well, maybe that's a sign you shouldn't go to work, or maybe that's a sign that this person isn't right for you. So this is something that goes very old, very ancient, very deep within our soul, because we know, our personalities know, that our higher self, the soul, God, Spirit, the universe, is always trying to reach us. It's always sending us messages, clues, messages, and signs. The key is whether we notice them and follow them. So this is about noticing the signs, being able to see the signs. A sign from my point of view, from my background, is whatever grabs your attention. So in a way, whatever grabs your attention at any moment in life, internally or externally, is a sign, it is a message from Spirit. However, some are more important than others, some are more significant than others. So this is about seeing the significant signs, the most helpful signs. And this is pretty easy because the most helpful signs are the ones that show up the most, that stand out the most. This is how the soul reaches us in everyday life, with external signs. It sends us signs that stand out, that grab our attention. And so if your attention is grabbed by something in life, there's a message there for you. There's a gift. There's a guidance. There's a direction. One of the most common ways and the most fun ways of being guided by Spirit is through synchronicity, meaningful coincidence. That is, synchronicity is anything that happens in your life that's beyond coincidence, that's beyond chance, that's beyond mathematical probability, that's beyond the ordinary, beyond what usually happens, beyond what normally happens. This can be patterns that repeat more often than normal. This can be certain objects and things and experiences that are showing up more often, a repeating pattern more often than would usually happen by chance, normally. So noticing anything that's new, different, fresh, about patterns, people. Now this can come through, these signs can come through with symbols that grab your attention, or shapes. Our dreams are full of signs and symbols and metaphor and pictures and images from the right brain, from our higher self, trying to guide us, trying to give us a message. These repeating messages can also come through billboards, license plates, over the radio, TV, overheard conversations. So when you overhear a conversation, if the conversation just seems to be more loud or more clear, or somehow you just hear this one sentence or one word, that was meant for you. Yes, that's a sign from your higher self. Pay attention. Messages can also come through songs, movies. So a certain scene that you just can't forget that always keeps popping up from a movie, or a certain song. There's a reason we can't get a song out of our head, because our soul doesn't want us to get that song out of our head. Our soul wants us to stop, look inside, and listen, and see what the soul, spirit, is trying to tell you through those lyrics, through those words that you can't get out of your head. So, signs are anything that stands out. Anything that's out of sequence, that's out of order. So if something's occurring in a certain way that you're used to, and then there's an aberration, an abnormality, that is an indication that there's something there to look at, because it's grabbing your attention. It's getting your attention. Also, anything that resonates with you in life, that you might just feel your heart open, or feel a tingling, your hair standing on your neck, or a tingling up your spine, or the hair standing up on your arm, or a sense of electricity around a person, or an event, or a word, or a quote, or a certain part of a movie. That's your body, your soul, using your body to say, hey, pay attention to this. There's something helpful here. There's something useful here. There's something liberating here. There's something that's going to help you feel better. Pay attention. Let yourself shift. Let yourself stop, look inside, and get the message. Also, anything that's absolutely inexplicable, that just is so out of the ordinary, so outside the box. You're being invited outside the box because it's inexplicable, it's unexplainable. You can't fit it inside of your old paradigm, inside of your old belief system. So by the very nature of that kind of sign, you're being invited to explore, to feel, to look outside your normal experience. And there's a gift there. There's a message. Also, when the scene becomes surreal, like the paintings of Dali, where things seem to just float, or they're more focused than usual. They're in a tighter focus, like when you focus a camera, where things just don't look real for some reason. They don't look like normal perception. That's also a sign that you're in an altered state. You're in an expanded state. Your soul is trying to reach you. So pay attention then to whatever you see or feel. Go inside. Stop, look, and listen inside. Also, you might be going through life and all of a sudden have this strong or subtle sense of déjà vu, that you've done this before, you've seen this before, or somehow it's a strong sense of familiarity, that this scene or this action or this picture or this symbol is familiar, or this sound, and you can't quite place it. It's not necessary to find out exactly the origin or how this thing is familiar. Just notice that sense of familiarity. That's the portal. That's the opening. That's your spirit saying, hey, there's something here for you. There's something helpful here for you. So stop, look inside, and listen, feel, absorb it. Also, if you're going through life, you might see some odd juxtaposition. Like you might see 5 ducks and then a goose, or 5 ducks and a dog, or you just, or 4 birds on a wire, and then there's a monkey. Just anything that doesn't fit your normal perception. This is also an invitation, a wake-up call. Snap out of it. Wake up. Pay attention. Get into the present moment. This is why it's so powerful right now, all the messages we're getting of different species nursing and taking care of other species, like lions taking care of ducks, and ducks taking care of baby kittens. You know, these various species mixing together. It's an odd juxtaposition. It's something that hasn't happened before. And this is to get our attention and say, look, there's a oneness there. There's a connection here. There's all kinds of very, very helpful, beautiful, expansive messages when you see something new, fresh, and different that you've never seen before out there in life. So stop, look inside, and listen. Get the message. Anything that doesn't fit. Anything that's out of character. The other thing that might alert you, and this is how I found all my soulmates in my life, most of them, is a person might have a glow around them. You might not even be able to see the glow. You might just sense a glow or know there's a glow or an energy around them or a light or you feel a warmth. And that is the universe saying, hey, pay attention to this person or pay attention to this moment, this scene, or this place, because there's a certain odd quality to the light or to the atmosphere. Pay attention. Show up. Go inside. Get the gift. Also, sometimes slow motion is really fun. You might just sense that things are happening very slowly, just for a moment or for quite a while. That also means you're in an altered state. It's also a time to pay attention. If things speed up, if anything happens at a different pace, those are also portals, openings to new discoveries, insight, ahas, realizations. So these are some of the ways that signs can show up in your life. And these are some of the ways to look for the signs, to see them, to pay attention to them. And so my next video is called Interpreting the Signs. And in this I will help you get a sense of how to read the signs, to interpret them, to get the message, to get the gift. Thank you.